Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. There is a certain beauty in failure, an unspoken elegance in the moments when we stumble, falter, and fall. Society often celebrates the victorious, the triumphant, the ones who seem to glide through life with ease. Yet true strength is not found in unbroken success, but in the tenacity to rise after every fall. Life, in all its complexity, is a series of peaks and valleys. We cherish the highs, celebrate the successes, and embrace the moments of joy. But it is in the valleys, the dips, the challenges, the falls, that our character is forged. Every time we fall, we are faced with a choice: to remain down, defined by our failures, or to rise stronger and more resilient. Falling is not a sign of weakness, it is evidence of effort. It is the inevitable result of trying, of pushing boundaries, of venturing beyond the familiar. Those who fear failure avoid risk, and in avoiding risk, they deny themselves the possibility of growth. When we fall, we are not broken. We are in the process of becoming. Imagine a child learning to walk. How many times do they stumble and fall before they take their first confident steps? Yet with every tumble, they rise determined, undeterred. They do not carry the weight of self-judgment or fear of failure. They simply try again. In that simplicity lies a profound truth. Falling is part of growth. The world often tells us that success is a straight path, that the greatest achievers never falter. But history contradicts this illusion. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Nelson Mandela endured decades of imprisonment before leading a nation. J.K. Rowling faced countless rejections before sharing the magic of Harry Potter with the world. These stories remind us that failure is not the end, but a chapter in a larger narrative. When we fall, it is an invitation to learn about ourselves, about our strength, about our capacity to endure. Every fall is a lesson in humility, in patience, in the courage to continue. To rise after falling is to declare that our failures do not define us, our resilience does. So let us not fear the fall. Let us not shrink from the possibility of failure. Instead, let us embrace it, knowing that each fall brings with it an opportunity to rise, stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Keep rising, keep striving, and let every fall become a stepping stone to your greatest self. Resilience is not a gift reserved for the fortunate or the strong. It is a skill that can be nurtured and developed by anyone willing to embrace their struggles. The truth is, every fall carries a lesson tailored just for us. In those moments of defeat, we are given a chance to reflect, to reassess, and to redefine what it means to move forward. When setbacks come, they do not arrive to punish us. They appear to push us to expand the boundaries of our courage. Each fall strips away the illusion of perfection, revealing the raw, authentic self beneath. That authenticity is powerful. It is the part of us that recognizes growth through the tears, the frustration, and the doubts. Some of the world's most remarkable transformations arise from failure. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television. Walt Disney was fired for lacking imagination. Yet through every rejection, they rose, not because they were impervious to failure, but because they refused to accept it as the end. To rise after falling is to reclaim your narrative. It is to assert that no matter how many times you fall, your story continues, your voice remains, your potential persists. The journey of rising is not a one-time event. It is a constant choice, a relentless pursuit of growth amid adversity. For the person who feels stuck, for the one who feels like their mistakes have built walls too high to climb, know this: the walls are not permanent. They are meant to be scaled, chipped away at, conquered. And each time you rise, those walls become a testament to your strength, not a symbol of your past struggles. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. In that rise, we discover that falling was never failure. It was a step in the dance of becoming who we are meant to be. The journey of rising is a testament to our capacity for change. We are not bound by the mistakes of yesterday, nor are we confined to the doubts that attempt to anchor us. Each day we awaken, we are offered a blank page, an opportunity to rewrite, to redefine, to reimagine our lives. It is easy to view failure as a conclusion, a finality that signals our inadequacy. But failure is not the period at the end of a sentence. It is a comma, a pause that invites us to consider our next move. In every setback lies the seed of a comeback, a chance to create a story more powerful than we ever envisioned. To rise is to confront our fears with courage. It is to stand in the midst of uncertainty and say, I am not finished yet. It is to recognize that doubt is a visitor, not a resident in our minds. Our worth is not tied to the number of times we fall. It is determined by the strength we gather to stand again. The person you are becoming is forged in the fire of challenges. With every rise, you shed an older version of yourself, one that believed less, doubted more, feared the unknown. You are not the same person who first stumbled. You are a more resilient, more determined, and more courageous version of yourself. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. And each rise is a declaration that hope is alive, that strength endures, and that the power to transform lies within each of us. To rise again is to embrace the art of perseverance. Perseverance is not merely enduring hardships. It is facing them head-on with a relentless spirit that refuses to quit. It is the quiet strength that whispers, this is not the end. When we rise after a fall, we redefine what is possible. Each comeback defies doubt, dismisses disbelief, and dismantles limitations. We prove, not just to the world, but to ourselves, that we are capable of more than we imagine. Understand that the journey of rising is not always linear. It can be messy, chaotic, and uncertain. Yet every attempt to stand up is a testament to the courage within us. The power of rising lies not just in the act itself, but in the decision to keep rising, no matter how many times we fall. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Rise boldly, rise bravely, and let each rise be a symbol of your unbreakable spirit. Rising after a fall is not just a personal journey. It is a gift to those who witness it. Each time we rise, we become a beacon for others who struggle. Our resilience has the power to inspire, to empower, and to remind others that no failure is final. Every rise is a testament to hope. Hope that circumstances can change, that strength can grow, and that the future holds possibilities beyond our current struggles. Rising is not just about personal redemption. It is a collective act that uplifts others, showing them that they too can rise. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Let your rise be a testament to the unyielding strength within you. The act of rising after falling is a testament to our enduring hope. Hope is a resilient flame that refuses to be extinguished, even when the winds of failure try to blow it out. It is a quiet whisper that assures us, this is not the end. Why here? It is the belief that tomorrow offers another chance, a chance to try again, to rebuild, to reimagine. When we rise, we prove to ourselves that we are more than our setbacks. We become architects of our own recovery, builders of a stronger, wiser self. Each time we choose to stand again, we refuse to be defined by a single moment of defeat. We declare that our story is not over, that the pages of our lives are still being written, and there is more to come. Our capacity to rise is not limited to our personal lives. It echoes in communities, in nations, in the world at large. Societies that have fallen to hardship have demonstrated the strength to rebuild. People who have been broken by tragedy have found ways to mend their spirits. Rising is not just an individual act. It is a collective movement that unites humanity. When we share our stories of struggle and resilience, we become part of a larger tapestry of courage. We show others that falling is part of the journey, not the end of it. Our scars become symbols of survival, of the battles we've endured and the strength we've cultivated. The world needs examples of resilience. It needs people willing to rise despite the weight of their burdens. When we rise, we show others that they can too. Our resilience becomes a light for those who feel lost in the darkness of their own struggles. So if you find yourself on the ground, bruised and battered by life, remember this. Falling is not failing. Staying down is a choice, but so is standing up. Choose to rise. Choose to believe that every fall has a purpose and every rise has a power. Embrace the journey of rising. Because our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Rising after a fall is an act of self-love. It is a declaration that we are worthy of redemption, of growth, and of the opportunity to try again. Too often we are our harshest critics, quick to judge ourselves for stumbling, slow to forgive ourselves for our imperfections. Yet the act of rising is a testament to the compassion we can extend to ourselves. When we rise, we embrace the idea that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but a part of our journey. It is a stepping stone, a necessary element of growth. Without the stumbles, there would be no lessons to learn, no wisdom to gain. Our willingness to rise is a sign of our commitment to ourselves, a promise that we will continue despite the hardships. There will be days when rising feels impossible, when the weight of mistakes and disappointments feels overwhelming. In those moments, it is vital to remember that strength is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it is a quiet determination, a gentle resolve to keep moving forward, even if it is just one small step at a time. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Each rise is a testament to our courage, our perseverance, and our belief that we are capable of more. Rising is a radical act of self-acceptance, a decision to honor our journey, to embrace our struggles, and to continue striving no matter how many times we fall, no matter how hard the impact. We have the power to rise again. The path may not be smooth, but it is ours to walk. Each rise is a declaration: I am still here, I am still fighting, I am still growing. Rising after failure is also an act of courage. It is a bold defiance against the voice that says, stay down, you can't do this. Each time we rise, we stand against the doubts that whisper we are not enough, that we are too broken, too flawed, too defeated. Yet it is in rising that we reclaim our power, asserting that our journey is ours to navigate. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to rise despite the fear. To rise knowing there is a risk of falling again and accepting that possibility. Every time we get back up, we embody resilience, teaching ourselves that failure is a detour, not a dead end. There will be those who do not understand your struggle, who see only the moments of failure without witnessing the quiet battles. Rising is not a performance, it is a practice. It is not about proving something to the world, but proving something to yourself, that no matter how hard the impact, you can recover. The courage to rise is a testament to your faith in your future, your hope in what lies beyond the struggle. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Let every rise be a celebration of your courage, a salute to the fighter within who refuses to give up, who knows that falling is inevitable, but remaining down is a choice. Rising after a fall is not just a personal victory, it is a testament to the strength that lies within us all. It is a universal story, a shared experience that transcends background, culture, and circumstance. No matter who we are or where we come from, we all have known the sting of failure, the weight of disappointment, and the pain of defeat. Yet it is in rising that we prove to ourselves that we are not defined by a single moment, a single setback, or a single loss. When we choose to rise, we embrace the truth that our value is not contingent upon perfection. It is not determined by our mistakes or the times we fall short. Our worth is intrinsic. It is rooted in our very existence, in the courage it takes to keep trying, keep believing, and keep hoping. Every time we rise, we add a layer of resilience to our character. We become more equipped to handle the storms that will inevitably come. We learn that while we cannot control every circumstance, we can always control our response. Rising is a powerful act of agency, a reminder that we have the power to reclaim our path, no matter how many times we stray from it. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. It is in standing back up time and again that we forge a spirit unbreakable and a will unyielding. Each rise is a commitment to ourselves, a promise that we will not give up, that we will not surrender to despair.